So contractors are asking me all the time, how do I get leads without buying them? That's a good question, because there's tons of ways to buy leads, and there's tons of ways to get leads that you don't have to directly pay for. So real quick, I'll define like what does it mean to buy them. So that could be buying leads from like Angie or Thumbtack, or I would consider like advertising on Yelp or advertising on Google Ads or Facebook. I would consider all of those avenues as paid strategies, meaning you have to buy your leads. And so what does it mean if you get a lead that you don't have to purchase? Like I would call those organic. That's what we call them in the industry. You know, I live at the crossroads between the contractor world and the marketing world. So I'm going to use some lingo. Organic traffic or organic leads are leads that just come in that you're not directly paying for. And in this video, I'm going to go through a bunch of different methods of getting leads organically and just give you my thoughts on these things. I've done all these things. I obsess about this stuff every day. So I have a lot of thoughts on them, and you can take some of this knowledge and apply it and get more leads organically without having to pay them for your business. So let's just start going through them. We'll start off with customer referrals. So typically, hopefully you're getting referrals. If you are, that means your customers like you and they're telling other people to work with you. Most guys think that referrals just happen and there's nothing you can do to get more of them, but that's not true. You can ask for referrals. You can use like gift certificates like this. This one says $250 for you, $250 for a friend. Give this gift certificate to a friend who needs a home addition or a remodel. They receive a discount. You receive $250 when their project is complete. If you hand these out to your customers, you make it more likely that they're going to give you a referral. And if you do little things like that, you hand out cards like this, you ask for them, you're just going to get more referrals in general. It's not going to be on demand. You can't just go out and get a referral right now because you want one. But if you fuel the fire of referrals, you're going to be able to get more of them. You can get referrals from customers, from your friends and family, from subcontractors, other tradespeople you know, basically anybody. So always be letting everybody know what you do. Let everyone know that you have room to take on more projects, and ask them, do you know anybody that needs a bathroom remodel or whatever? Next, I'll talk about your Google Business Profile. So Google Business Profile is Google Maps. So I talk about Google Maps a lot. It's free to get your profile. And while you might not think of that as one of these things that can get you basically free leads, like you create your profile and you start stacking reviews, asking everybody to leave you reviews on that profile, that alone will bring in leads. I got a friend of mine, we used to frame houses together. I told him about this stuff. He created a Google Business Profile. He got like 15 reviews on it. He didn't have a website, he didn't have anything else, and he was actually getting phone calls. He still gets phone calls today, I just still don't think he has a website. And so that's a free way to get them. You just have to get reviews. Don't sleep on getting the reviews part. You can ask people to leave a review at the same time you ask them if they know anybody else that needs your services. Let's move into the offline world, starting with truck wraps. I just talked to one of my clients the other day, and he was laughing because he gets a lot of business through his truck wraps. And he's like, oh, I know you don't like truck wraps. And that's because I made a video a while back kind of talking shit on truck wraps. One of the dumbest things contractors waste money on is like these huge truck and van wraps. But the point I made in that video is the same point I'll make today. Investing in a truck wrap is a good idea if you think it's going to bring you work and you can afford it and you have like other marketing in place. I wouldn't, if you're just getting started and you have no way to get customers, I probably wouldn't put all of your money into a truck wrap. If you're already like some ways down the road and it makes sense, like 100% truck wraps. This client I'm talking about, he gets about 10%, I think, of his business from their trucks and their vans that are driving around. He's got a special phone number on there that he tracks, so he knows exactly what people call when they see these wraps. And this could be a great way, but you know, we're getting into the gray area here, because in the beginning I said like things that you don't have to pay for. Well, truck wraps are pretty expensive. And the thing is when I talk about like buying leads or paying for leads, I'm talking about paying for them directly. You know, if you're doing Google ads, you are putting money in, you get leads out. If you stop putting money in, you stop getting the leads. With a truck wrap, you buy the truck wrap, it costs a bunch of money in the beginning, but that thing will continue to bring in leads as time goes on without you directly having to pay for them. So I'm going to talk about some things that take an initial investment, because almost everything takes an initial investment. Referrals is one of the things that might not take a money investment, but it's still taking your time and your communication skills and all of that. So there's no way to just get leads magically out of the ether without doing anything first. So I'm going to talk about a lot of things that require an investment up front, but that continue to bring in leads without you having to actively pay for them. So truck wraps was one. Yard signs is another one. Again, like the last time I bought a yard sign, it cost 20 bucks. So in order for yard signs to work, they have to be out in the world. If you're only putting them in front of jobs and you have 0 jobs going on, then your yard signs aren't getting seen anywhere. I know people who will buy like 100 or 300 yard signs and they'll just go place them all over the place, and that brings in business. So that could be a really solid investment. Spend $2,000, buy 100 yard signs and go place them all over the place. That'll bring in leads continuously. Some people probably like steal or trash your yard signs, and so eventually you'll have to buy more. But that's one method of getting leads without actually having to actively pay for them. In a similar vein, t-shirts, hats, branded clothing, business cards. I wear branded clothing every day. People give me shit about it, but also like everybody knows what my brand is. Everybody knows that I'm representing a company. And when I talk to people, when I go to people's homes, when I go to their offices, they look at me and they can clearly see like I'm representing a business, I'm professional. So t-shirts, hats, it's a pretty cheap investment. Might not bring a ton of work, but all of our stuff has our phone number on the back of it. So it is possible to get some leads from that. Business cards, obviously handing them out. I don't do business cards anymore. I do like things like this. It's got our little link to leave a review. It's got all of our information on it. So I just tell people to take a picture of it, because nobody deletes pictures on their phone, but everybody's gonna trash a business card or lose it or whatever. So getting people to take a picture of my business card is a solid way. A method that you can get leads without having to spend any money is door knocking. Some of you are gonna like shut this video off right now because you're like, I hate door knocking, I'm shy, I don't wanna talk to anybody. But door knocking is a super great way to get your name out there. Like I could go knock 100 doors right now. I guarantee you I will find somebody to give me money by the end of the day doing something. And not only is it a really fast, direct way to get leads, to get customers. Like I know a company who has over 1,000 door knockers, and that's their main strategy. They go city to city, they knock on doors, they sell windows. Not only does it bring in leads, but if you are that kind of person who's kind of shy, who's maybe not great at communicating your value and things like that, door knocking is the fastest way for you to gain those skills and become super good at selling yourself and talking to people and putting yourself out there. If you go knock on 100 doors, you're gonna be a different person by the time you're done doing that. And if you knock 1,000, like you can build an entire business off of that. I know another guy who been doing it for years. He built his entire business off of door knocking. My dad, cheap remodeling contractor, doesn't spend a lot of money on anything. He spent like $7,000 on gutter guards because some guy came and knocked on his door. So don't sleep on door knocking. Even if you're only going like a few doors down every job you get, it's a good idea to just knock on doors, talk to people, say, hey, we're gonna be remodeling your neighbor's house. We're gonna have trucks parked everywhere. If anybody's ever in your way or you need anything, here's my information. Snap a picture of this, save this phone number, just call me if you need anything. By the way, do you need an estimate for any work done around your house? And you can, for every job you get, you can maybe get another one and do a little bit of door knocking that way, but maybe not going door to door canvassing. This next one is driving through your target neighborhood daily. I worked with this guy. He was in Salt Lake City, but he really wanted to work in Park City and really like this area where there's multi-million-dollar mansions everywhere. I talked to him for a while and I figured out that he has to drive by this place every single day. And so I told him, I was like, just start driving through this neighborhood on your way home every single day. The people who live there are gonna see your truck go by all the time. He had a truck wrap. They're gonna start to think like, oh, this guy either lives in this neighborhood or this guy works here all the time. And so so much of this marketing and lead gen stuff is just visibility. It's awareness. Like if somebody doesn't even know you exist, there's 0% chance they can ever become your customer. So just making sure that the people that you want to work with know who you are and see you all the time, like that is half the battle. So if there's a certain neighborhood that you want to work in, like make sure you're driving through that every day at 5:30, right when everyone gets home, and wave to people as they're pulling in their driveways, and you will start to become known in that area. Let's see, what else do we have on this list? We got B2B partnerships. So that's similar to referrals, but you know, all of your subcontractors, if you work with any, or if you work with a GC, like you can refer work back and forth. And if you approach other businesses like this with the idea of like, hey, what kind of customers are you looking for? If I meet any of those, I'll send them your way, and maybe even send someone their way, and then say, hey, by the way, like I've got a spot open for a remodel in 2 months. Like, do you know anybody that needs an estimate? Blah, blah, blah. Just start to work out deals. So many construction businesses over the decades and over probably the centuries have all been off of like your status and your reputation. If all the tradespeople in your area know who you are, know you do good work, and know that you're honest and you've been around forever, they're going to send you work. And if you're in this business for the long haul, it would be really good for you to go know everybody else and make sure everybody else knows you. And I'm talking about the other tradespeople around you. Like I live in a town with a population of like 50,000 people, and there's probably 1,000 trades companies around. I know a ton of them. And if I was new to business, I would go out of my way to be hitting these guys up and just say, hey man, can I swing by your office? Can I buy you lunch? Can I swing by your job site? Check it out. I see you guys all the time. You look like you really got your shit together. I'm new to this business. I'd love to learn from you. Like people will help you. They'll like you. They'll know you. And 10 years of doing that, like you will be the one guy that knows everybody and everybody knows them. And work will just flood your way. These days we have this tendency to like go into our bubble and like look at nothing but our screen and try to talk to everybody anonymously and do things like Google Ads and just hope that customers like come to us and we don't have to interact with them. Like that has just made it even more effective to have relationships and to know everybody and to make sure that everybody knows you. The last one that I can think of, this guy I just talked to like an hour ago gave me this idea, but what him and his wife have been doing is they've joined all these local Facebook groups, these mom groups, and they're just talking to everybody, letting everybody know like, hey, I did this bathroom remodel for our friends, check it out, what do you think? And just making sure everybody knows that they can do these kinds of jobs. And they went through their network and kind of did jobs for all their friends and family, and now they're starting to get jobs from these Facebook groups and from people that they met on Facebook. And so this is a fantastic way. I don't recommend going to Facebook and just posting stuff. Like you have to go interact with people, join groups, let everybody know what you do, and just mingle, be friends with everybody, get work. That's kind of the common theme here is number one, make sure that people are aware of what you do. And then number two is make sure they know and like you. And if you can do those things and these people know what kind of services you have to offer, like they're going to come to you for work. And then you can turn around and do things like pay someone to build a website and run Google ads, local service ads, Facebook ads, whatever kind of ads. You can buy leads from Angie, all this stuff that gets really expensive really fast. You can do all that stuff because you have this foundation of work that comes in organically that you don't have to actively pay for. And that's what creates your base and gives you like a strong foothold on which you can build other things and invest more money into your business. So let me know what you think. If there's anything that I forgot, please put it in the comments and I'll cover it in the next video. And let me know if you do any of these things and they work for you or they don't work for you. I'd love to hear about it. So drop a comment and thank you for watching.